Hello, myself Sunil R Nair. Here basically we are discussing about the one of the topic that is related to city creation. In this basically we are talking about the computer blood cells equal to all above subjects basically. In this basically we are discussing that how basically the 6 crore blood cells basically mm, has generated basically. And this basically one of the blood cells is Microsoft blood cells basically. One of the blood cells is Microsoft blood cells basically. So in this basically we are discussing that basically each and every Microsoft blood cells basically are connected with set of disease also. Microsoft is connected with disease plus its medicines. Process with other blood cells, then generates this, basically. And this is connecting to this also, this also, this also, this also, this also, this also. Second birth also. But Microsoft basically has reached up to second birth. That basically is not confirmed basically. But about first birth basically it's confirmed that basically they have reached up to the death and birth data basically. So lots of you can say birth data, that is Microsoft human souls are also basically created. Human souls basically are also created basically from the Microsoft energy basically. But second birth basically that basically might be confirmed also because software industry basically has already jumped into the human clone creation. So it might possible that the person basically who has died, and from that his body basically they can do the human clone and basically create the Microsoft person basically. So that person basically is created from Microsoft energy, that also you can say. So mostly basically probably basically the Microsoft corporation basically might be reached to second birth also basically, and second birth process basically also they might have done basically, because first birth basically is totally different because it's basically directly came from the universe. Second birth is basically the data basically which Microsoft corporation basically is giving, that is the energy of the cities basically, that is the earth planet data basically. And the first birth basically are directly coming from the universe basically, and from second birth basically they are creating the planets basically, that is there. And the first birth basically also they are creating the planets basically. So earth planet basically is creating the planets basically, so that basically they can get the another space also basically in future basically. If they want to move to some another space basically, then they can basically easily move also basically. Reason, the cancer basically, one land basically produce tomato 100 times basically, then 102, 103, 103, this all basically will convert to the cancer basically. Why? Because there is certain limitation of the land also basically, so it will not produce as much basically data it is supposed to basically. Reason, 6 crore is the blood cells data, and land basically is created I think more than 6 crore data basically, that is just more than 6 crore land energy basically. So like this basically things basically are there, like this basically things are also basically there. So lots of people says that basically to stay in earth planet basically nowadays has become very difficult, because to earn money also basically it has become very difficult nowadays basically. So like this basically, just see basically the software condition basically. I am having more than 22 years experience, but I am not getting the job basically. Having this much knowledge also basically. This type of few knowledge basically the software company owner also basically might not be having. But then also basically I am not able to get the job basically. So you can just imagine basically the tough life basically the earth planet basically is having nowadays. That is this basically, you can just see the example only basically. See the example only basically. second birth, then basically you have to handle the second birth basically. If third birth basically also giving by the Microsoft, then basically you have to handle third birth also basically. Like this basically, how many births basically Microsoft can have basically. Mostly it might possible that 35 word basically they have given. So 35 up to birth basically they can handle basically. So it's a Oxford University basically. So they think up to the level basically. That is up to the level means up to this level basically. Up to level means up to this level basically. That is up to this level basically. That is up to this level. This up to this level basically. Set of words basically, they basically give the given the word 35 words. So the 35 word basically is 35 time basically you can give one person new birth basically. That is 35 time basically. So you can just imagine the power of Microsoft basically. The Microsoft basically got the power basically that he can basically can give the birth of the same body person, sorry, same person basically 35 time basically. So for example 35 one birth basically gets, assume that basically one birth basically gets 90 age. So 35 time basically means 3150. So 3150 up to age basically, up to this age basically he can give the data basically. Microsoft Corporation can give up to this data basically. So Microsoft can give 350, sorry 30 कितना 35 multiplied by 90, 3150 age. So one human body can have up to 315 age, 3150 age. So 315 age is the basically one person basically can have up to this level age basically. So you can just imagine basically 3150 is normal is basically one person basically, if we have the 100-year also basically, that's a big achievement basically. But see the Microsoft achievement basically, one body basically can have 3150 age basically. So it's a big achievement basically, which is basically given by the 35 words, that is the Oxford University. So Oxford University basically might be reached up to what level age basically, that basically you can just imagine basically. That is this university basically. Oxford University basically. See basically this is that basically. See basically 1096 basically is and university down, and this student are this much. Fees basically is to they see fees basically. So you can just imagine the colors, Oxford view colors, or a building color basically. And this is the 10 a.m. basically it opens basically, and 10 a.m. means it's a UK time basically. Vice Chancellor is this basically. Event is basically 21st December, 28th December is there, Oxford Job Fair is there, 31st even New Year Ice cigarettes basically are there. So like this lots of things basically, events also they give. So just see basically up to what level things basically are connected. Oxford University basically. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about the achievement of the Microsoft Corporation, other software company, that is SAP, Oracle, Java, Pascal, PHP, everything, and the achievement of the Oxford Universities basically. So next video basically we are going to see this.